Hello, Slothutations. It's Sloth here with another Nucarnival video. So, guess what? Today is a special day. It is my 50th day on this game. So today, I'm gonna do I'm a free-to-play player. Okay, you can check that. Look at my mojo level. I'm only mojo level 5. Anything higher or any fill-in on that bar would indicate I am a paid player. I have not paid anything in this game. There's no cosmetics for me to buy, so I don't. And it would not make me feel as though I would not buy. If there were cosmetics, what I would do was I would record me purchasing the cosmetics, and then I would have a little section on my YouTube as proof for myself, because that's that, you know, I don't need to do it for anyone, but you know, all my money would go to cosmetics if they offered cosmetics like skins and things like that, but they don't, so they don't get any money from me. But they get my time, and they get my effort, and they get me making content videos for them, and that, you know, that helps, I'm sure. But yeah, I started this game on its 8th day being released, okay? So I'm now level 60, and this is my 50th day. So this is a free-to-play account. I play in my own methodology, my own understanding of what it means to be efficient, okay? In addition to having one of my biggest goals is saving my summons for a limited time Garu, so that I have my increased chances as possible, not only getting him, but getting him maybe 2 times, maybe 3 or 4 times. I don't know, I hope so though. Okay? Because as we've seen, getting a unit to 3 star is pretty good, right? The new SSR Quincy had a cool passive that activated only if he was 3 star. Made him way better, right? And some units are way better, just simply different, completely adds a new utility to their character, just being 3 star. So I need the unit, I need a second dupe that's 2 star, and I need 2 more dupes. I need 4 of them. And let's say I buy the shards. The first time you buy the shards, it's cheap, so that's 1. I need 3 pools of the character, okay, and 900 memory shards. So I need to save as many pools as possible, right? And it's on average 1 in 63 to get an SSR, right? And if I have a 33% chance or something like that of getting a limited Garu, well, I need to multiply that 63 by 3. Oh no, 63 times 3 times 3. I need like 540 pools. I don't have that. So I need to get really lucky. But that's the plan. Why am I doing this video? I will not be uploading this video via Discord or via Reddit. This is not a flaunt video. Maybe I will upload it on the flaunt video of Discord, but I will not put this on Reddit. I am not interested in showing off my account and being like, look how cool I am. That's not the point. one, this is a point for me to make a video so I can look back on it and go, oh, I remember being 50 days old. How childish I was. I knew nothing back then. Maybe. Or maybe I was like, oh, I remember when Garu was just a young man, and then 50 days later, like, super adult Garu came out and he was just a manly beast. I don't know. We don't know what's gonna happen, right? I don't know. But the point is to kind of log my progress, and if anyone's interested, they could check and look at this and see, okay, what is capable with this methodology in 50 days? So, what's my methodology? Well, I noticed early on that player level caps your character level. So my priority for best progress was getting my character level up. So I prioritized player level and character level. Character level, I needed these XP pots, and I needed gold. Okay? You need gold to get your ascensions, your level ups, and your potential. Potential mats cost a ton. And when I first started, I just did my 10 pull. I got, where's the OG team? You're not the OG. You're not part of the OG team. This is my OG team. The game gives you Aster. The game gives you Morve. And on my first 10 pull, I got SR Garu, SR Yakumo, and SSR Garu. And I said, I got 2 Garus and a healer. I'm good. As a free-to-play, I've played many a free-to-play gacha game. This is probably my 8th year playing gacha games. Maybe more. I started off playing Puzzles and Dragons, by the way. If anyone's been played Puzzles and Dragons, I stopped maybe at its 3rd or 4th year. Then I moved on. I played Fire Emblem Heroes for its first half a year. I played the Alchemist Code on its 2nd year to its 3rd year. I played Langrisser. I love Langrisser. If it wasn't for the fact that life happened and I had to stop playing that game for about 6 months, and when I got back, I was like, I felt I was so behind. And I'm the kind of person where if I feel like I'm behind, I lose my interest in playing. Okay? So because most games, power creep makes it so that you're just so behind when you get behind, you know? So I left Langrisser, unfortunately. I love that game. Such a good game. So fun. I was known in Langrisser for using R units. Or SR units, rather. SR units. I used the SR tank. Everyone was using the SSR tanks. I was using the SR tank. He would never die. And people would be like, how is this guy living? And he had this weird passive in which if he got below a certain percent, he gained damage reduction. And then he would also heal at the end of his turn. And so I would stack damage reduction on this SR tank. And people would be like, oh, this guy's totally dead. And then he wouldn't die. And they'd be like, what the heck? And then he would heal. And then they would try to attack him again. Oh, this guy's definitely dead this turn. And he would still, it was just funny. Anyway, that's a different game. I played Final Fantasy Brave Exvius for 2.5, 3 years. Then again, I was playing Langrisser as well at the time. And the same life event took me away from FFBE. I was so behind in the story and everything that I stopped playing. But then War of the Visions came out. War of the Visions is my main game. I played that one, and you know what? That game is horizontal progression, and so even though there were times where I left for a month or two, that old feeling of being behind and stopping didn't really crop up in that game because it was horizontal progression. I left the game for a month. I came back, and I still was able to do everything. I just didn't have certain equipment. That was pretty much it. And so I've been playing that game for about 2+ years since it launched, and now I play this game. So that's my history. If you didn't want to listen to that, I guess you could have skipped it. So this is my OG team, and then I can show you what I have in my storage. I have consumables. I have 140 summons there, plus 91 summons there, for a grand total of 231 summons that I've saved up since day 8. Okay. And I'm going to use that all on a limited time Garu event. Okay. And I still have a bunch of express passes because I tend to get my team to a place where I can just auto battle most content. Right now I am using them to assault the ceremony stages because I just want to do them one time and then express pass them. Because I'm holding off on level 55 to 60 level up if I can help it. Because that's a lot of experience pots in gold. So, you may be wondering, how in the world did you get this account here? Well, other than our Yakumo, all the rest of... So this admin I got on a friendship pool. All the R units I got on friendship pool either by pulling the unit directly or by getting their fragments. These N units, same thing. Okay. I started off with just R Yakumo as my exploration unit. For like a whole week, for a whole 2 weeks, all I had was R Yakumo going on one exploration quest. So, my exploration, that's my workshop. I do have all 3 unlocked, of course. I'm level 60. But even though I had such a hard start, I have level 4 wood territory unlocked. I'm working on my level 3 light and dark. Dark is about 75% complete. Light territory is about 60% complete. Okay, and then I'll have those unlocked. Fire territory is only level 2, and water territory is barely progressing. Fire and water territory, they want you to have fire and water units, right? If we take a look at my units that I have and don't have, obviously I don't have any of the SSR units other than Garu. But I'm missing, I just got a water unit. Okay, I just got my water units recently. So within the past week, I got, or 2 weeks, I got SR Edmund, and I got the water version of Aster, I think, and the water version of Morve. So I just got my water units, and I don't have I just like the fire units too. I just got so, but as you can see, I haven't pulled on any new of the banners that have blade on it because so I don't have blade. Once it gets added to the friendship pool, I might get them. But I don't have SR Olvine or SR Quincy or SR Kuya or R Quincy or R Kuya. Quincy and Kuya are staying away from me, which is funny because I wouldn't involve myself with either of them. For Kuya, I wouldn't involve myself because I think he's a sadist, and I don't like Pain. Pain is my biggest turnoff, so we don't get along. But Garu loves me, and that's all that matters. Quincy, on the other hand, is like a big dude, and he's a top, okay? I am Well, you can make guesses as to what role I play, but I'm not turned on by a big dude who's a top. Not my thing. Okay? So it's funny how like we're just kind of like both of us don't want each, but eventually they'll come to me. All right. So I got them all from Friendship Summon. So you go to Friendship Contracts. I get 35 points a day. That's 1.4 summons a day. So every 5 days I get 7 tries. And I have about a 10% chance to get SSR stuff. About a 24% of the time I'll get R stuff. And the rest of the time I get N stuff, okay? So that's how I get my units, right? I started out with these 5 characters at the top, and I said, the whole reason why I brought my experience, I'm so sorry, was that when you're a veteran of gacha games, you realize that you save up for what you want, okay? But you pull on need, okay? So I had those 5 units. It was a balanced team. It cleared all the content for me. It got me through White Day event, right? It got me through the entire portion of Chapter 8. There was nothing that these 5 units couldn't do at the proper level and the proper potential and intimacy. Nothing. Okay? Now, that changed with the Sorcerer Trial. The Sorcerer Trial, alright, that team only got me up to Trial 20. Okay? Then I was facing a single target Yakumo and I couldn't, right? I have an AoE strike team. This team and that team, they're not compatible, okay? With winning the fight. Okay? So I was locked there. I had to level up my Aster, and I had to get an SR Edmund. And once I got SR Edmund, I was able to go from here to level 40, right? Because my AoE strike team at the level it was just blazed through the non-boss stages. And then even on like this stage, right? My AoE strike team was just like boof, right? So, so what I did was the Sorcerer Trials kind of molded my account. I had these 5 units. I had all these other units. What are the units that is asked by me from the game to have to pass those levels? And so, I invested heavily in my R units on my downtime, right? When the White Day event was over, and it was 2 weeks or so before this new event came out, what I did was I would go to my intimacy room. I would farm intimacy because I had enough XP pots. I was doing the once a day. I had enough gold. Was doing the once a day gold. And I used my pink gems to trade in for the 1.2 million gold for month 1 and for month 2. So that's 2.4 million gold that I have on players that didn't use them for gold and use them for summons. That's your personal choice, okay? But you can see that, you know, I hear so many times people are struggling with gold. So I valued not having to be in a rut with gold instead of getting 20 pulls. Again, being efficient and changes on what you value. If you value using those for pulls, and if your brain, if you go, oh, but like the gem ratio is better if you use them for pulls than if you use them for gold. Well, that's true, but for me, that like I can't put a gem price on the mental freedom and the not stress and frustration of not having to worry about gold. So I chose that. That's just a personal thing. As you can see, I started off getting the intimacy up on my units without using keys. So I did that for my main units, Aster. like got to here, then because I couldn't get my intimacy up on my SR units anymore, I worked on my R units. The 3 R units I recommend: Yakumo, Morve, Olvine. Those 3 units I got to 50%, and in a previous video I realized that my intimacy 4 R Yakumo at the same level as my SR Yakumo had the same stats, even though my SR Yakumo had tier 5 potential. Cost so much gold, so much resources, and that was at a time where I was farming the stages for those mats. Oh my gosh. If I could turn back time and, like, you know, tell myself, don't ever farm for potential mats. Just do your exploration quest, and when you get to tier quest 3 and level 4 of exploration, you'll get all the drops you need from those, and then buy from the shop. I would have saved more gold. Okay, this R unit, if I leveled them to level, watch, just watch it. Or maybe if you're, I'll talk to it if you're not watching. My level 55 has 37% HP bonus, 48% attack bonus. Level 55, potential tier 5. Okay, so 1 through 4 completely unlocked. Probably cost me 300, 400, 500,000 gold to get there. Okay. Now, the same ascension level, this level 40, okay. Look at that. If I get him, if I level him, to level 55. So let's wait for it to go down to level 55. Come on. It's gonna take a little bit, sorry. Alright. So I've leveled him to 55. Okay. Level 40 to level 55 takes 665,354 gold. Woo! That's a lot for just 15 levels. But if I did, look at his intimacy 5, that intimacy only costs the gifts, right? And R units take ridiculously less time to get up to intimacy 5 than SR and SSR units. I would say on that downtime where all I was doing was spending my stamina, 100 of it went to XP and gold daily, and the rest of it was just farming the intimacy rooms, right? It took me about, on average, 5 to 7 days to get an R unit to intimacy 5, from intimacy 1 to 5, a week. And that character, if you look at the stats, 3,700 HP, 1,100 attack. Compare that to my SR, 3,500, okay, 500 less HP, around the same amount of attack. Okay, now, I did also do the very first tier of potential, okay, and if I did the second tier of potential, I would have the same HP and the same attack values as my 55 SR unit that I did all those, and it's so much gold, oh my gosh. So, if you would imagine that Olvine and Morve are going to be the same way, okay, then that means that for an R unit, if you get them to intimacy 5, which is a process that takes a week, okay, of intimacy farming, not sacrificing your gold daily or your experience pot daily on when you're not doing events, okay? that means that you could have a tank that's potentially better than your SR tank, a buffer that's potentially better than your SR buffer, and a healer that's potentially better than your SR healer for no gold. Only the gold to level the unit up, but not gold because you're not doing potential. You don't need potential mats, right? So much cheaper, oh my goodness. And those units, sometimes you want to have 2 tanks or 2 healers, or maybe you're gonna put, for funsies, 2 buffers. Okay, so those 3 units I highly recommend. And then I got my Garu. I because we're not farming intimacy, I stopped there. I was almost done by the time the Sorcerer Trials and this event came out. My Garu, my R Garu was on his Intimacy 4 and a third of the way through Intimacy 5. And then because this event gives, since I had so many cookies, I have so many cookies from White Day. So I'm gonna be feeding the R Edmund cookies, and then Aster, he's gonna get some too. Okay. So that's nice. So my intimacy points, I'm still spending them. Just you know, I'm not forced to have to. I can just do this. I can just go there, there. Let's finish Aster a little bit. There we go. Good job. Okay. And then at 50% intimacy, I'll have another 2 DPS. And these 2 will be amazing on level cap stages because, again, they're as strong or stronger than my SR units. Without, like, unless I got my SR units at a higher ascension, and heavily invested with potential, which costs so much gold and resources. These units, I use them to great effect in the Sorcerer Trial. You'll notice I have a lot of level 20 units. Well, the Exploration Quest wanted me to have them level 20 anyway. So when I get a unit, I just level 20. Also, for those of you wanting to know, to level a unit from 1 to 60, that's what it looks like. Costs that much gold, that much resources. Okay? Every level 60 unit is about 1.3 million gold. So, a team of 5, you're looking at about 8 million gold. Okay? So, when I traded those pink gems for 1.2 million, that's essentially a level 60 character in terms of levels worth of gold. So, if, again, it's an option, but if you're the kind of person who gets a new unit, right, and you want to use that unit immediately, and you're already level 60, maybe trade those 10 peak gems you get for some gold, and then you can level to 60. But you know, if you're free to play, we're running out of those. I only have 8 at the moment. Unless the next story chapter gives us a few more, I won't have enough for next month. Still have 27,000 gems. I might be spending about 15 to 20,000 gems on this event though, because this event, the design was not good for the part 2 in terms of efficiency, and I am not pulling for this event because I don't want to pull on this event because I want to pull for Garu, and that's the opportunity cost for my account. So that's what I'm doing. Most people will not have to spend that many gems, but still spend gems because the event demands it. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. So yeah, the shop. Barter is a death trap. Mystery, I did that. I get the keys. Fragments, haven't bought any. Daily, I get the 40% off of what I need, which is the water stuff. Mojo Mart, I get nothing. Guild shop's not out. I don't pay, and I don't pay. So that's what I've done there. If you want to look in terms of personal deeds, I haven't starred any 3 stars or at all. Intimacy rooms, I've done 36. Territories, that's where I'm at. And then everything else is done. Monthlies have been done. Weeklies are almost done. Event, I still have to farm points for the story. I still have to do the 3rd legend stage. But, you know, I did all the White Day event. Okay. Workshop, what I found best is 2 gold and a silver. Now, gold only takes 20 more minutes to make than a silver. And so some of you might feel like doing gold is better. But since Mojo came out with 7 orders, there's times where they just fill you up with silver. You can delete them. But if I was building silver, I could be getting gold for it. So this is what I found to be the best ratio for workshop. But yeah, my strategy again is build units only if needed. So I have my admin at 40 because the sorcerer trial 40 required that I had a DPS unit that was preferably water. So I did that. My Yakumo, he was at level 20 or 25, my R Yakumo. So I leveled him up to 40 because I wanted to try something. So that wasn't necessarily mandatory. 55 R Ovine though. This dude at Intimacy 5, I didn't even have him, but when, in my fights, I added him to my party. This dude made it possible for this account. Look at just these characters, right? And these guys up here made it possible for me to go to Sorcerer Trial with 40 something days left and get all the way up here. No problem. Okay, with some problem. Okay, with some trial and error. But that's to be expected in a place called Sorcerer's Trials now, isn't it? Now, I don't have a full star on all of these, right? But considering I only have 18 stars left, that means that there's only 20 stars spread out that I haven't gotten. That's pretty good, right? Considering I still have more than a month left. And Trial 45, I need a single target striker that's preferably wood element. Well, let's see. Well, what do I need then that I'm lacking? Oh, there he is, Quincy, wood element. So I just need to get the units really, and then I should be good, right? So maybe in a month I'll have them, maybe. So yeah. So I don't know if there's too much to talk about. Like, you browse through my storage, right? These memory fragments, this is what you get for just completing everything without summoning 256. And then you get your summons on day 8. I've gathered 231 of them. I have yet to get the 10 summons here because I don't know how many gems I'm going to need for this event. I did get it my first month though. A decision that I'm not entirely sure based on my playstyle was a smart move. But next event I'm definitely pooling, which means I'll have the multipliers. So that means I'll have to use less gems, which means that next event and every future event it'll be way easier for me gem wise. So there's that. Yeah. So that's how I'm doing. Again, if you're interested in what units get me through the trials, it's these 5 units here. R Olvine, R Yakumo, and to a lesser extent, these units at level 20. And okay, and then admin level 40. And what's keeping me from going to the next trials? Not having my SR Quincy, and potentially, no SR Quincy, and then getting my team to level 60. That's the two things that are barring me right now. Once I get those two conditions met, I should be able to complete all the trials. And then it's just a matter of using potential and getting ascension to complete the trials I've already completed at 3-star. Alrighty. Well, this was a day 50 overview on my Sloth free-to-play account. It's the only account I play at this point in time. And yeah. So, if you got any sort of insight in this video, or if you have any questions, again, when you're asking for questions, unless it's fact-based, you're asking for my opinion, and I'll give you my opinion based on how I played the game. But yeah, you can leave those in the comments. And if you are interested in making sure that you get my videos, just make sure that you subscribe, and then you switch it to notify for all. I only make Nucarnival videos. So, because if you go to personalized, you get it whenever the algorithm deems it worthy. That may not be on that day that you might miss on some of my thoughts on things. And maybe you like the way I think or explain things. I don't know. But it's just one of many content creators out there. But I do this to help people. This video, though, was more for logging the, I guess, the account. And that's why I'm not really going to go post it many places. But it will be on my YouTube channel. Okay? Well, if a sloth can get to day 50, so can you. And you probably did so faster because I'm a sloth. All right, bye, guys.